How you doing, guys? It's Demigod. Right now we're going to do an oil change on the Chevy Avalanche. Max Life 5W30 is what I'm using for the Avalanche. There's all different types of all different cars, so make sure you ask your local automotive for the right oil and the right price range for you because they do differ. Now you want to locate where you drain your oil. Mine's is right here. Now, when you locate the oil pan, there's a bolt at the bottom of the oil pan that actually drains your oil out of it. When you take that bolt off, that hole would actually drain oil straight out of it. So let's get started. Get the right socket for yours. All the bolts on different cars do differ, but all oil changes are all the same. All the same steps that you'll take. That's my cat Keanu. So let's get this bolt off. Find this right socket. And take your time. Don't go down there just thinking any bolt on an oil pan is to drain oil. There's only one bolt that drains oil out, and it's made just to drain oil, not to take off the oil pan or anything else that you might think of. So when you locate it, go ahead and take that bolt off. Make sure that your oil pan is underneath it, so when it does drain, it just will float right back into that pan, so you don't get nothing in the floor. Where I got mine was my local Walmart. Paid about 50 bucks for mines. I do have one for like $100, but it's full of oil and I have to dispose of it, so I bought one. So let's go ahead and take off this bolt so you'll be able to see how it flows out. It's pretty windy today. When you get towards the end, be very careful. If you had your engine on before you do the oil change, the oil might be hot, so please don't touch it. It will burn you. It's really strong heat that the oil actually has for moving around with pistons. So be very careful. If your engine was on, I'll let it sit before doing an oil change. Now, next step you would want to do is locate the filter. Filter is always clear and obvious of what the filter is. Easy to locate it. They're all won't be in the same locations for all different cars. There's the new filter, but they're all different sizes, all different fittings, and I didn't have my tool because there's a lot of stuff in my garage right now. I'm moving, so I didn't want to go and find a tool, so I just used one of my original tools to get it off or get it loosened. By the time I got it loosened, I was able to take it off with my hands, as you can see here soon. So take your time. Now, as soon as you get it off, oil will drain from it, because that's the whole department. Oil will drain from it. It will sit in it, so there will be full with oil. So be very careful of laying it on the concrete and kicking it over. You might damage your concrete with having oil on it. So when you get the filter off, I usually set everything on top of my pan so I know where it is. Get your new filter, and we're gonna go backwards. So we're gonna put the filter on first. Get the filter snugged on there. Now it doesn't have to be tight, really tight or too tight. Makes it easier for the next person that does the oil change if you don't have it too tight. Then after you get the new oil filter on, make sure you put the bolt on safe and slow. I usually spin the bolt backwards so I can find the thread. I had to also push that washer back because it will cross thread it, and you're going to put yourself in a way bigger predicament if you do cross thread. You could damage the bolt, or you can damage the threads inside of your oil pan. So be very cautious of how fast you put it on. Remember that you have oil on it, so it will slide in pretty nice. And as soon as you get it nice and slugged on there, make sure to tighten it up with enough tension. This is not same with the filter. You do want to make sure you tighten this bolt. Trust me, everybody else will be able to get it off. Now, I couldn't put the oil on because my phone died while I was finishing this video, but here's a filter. Here's where you will fill up your oil and enter the oil inside your engine. There's no other location unless you have some type of modified car, but this is the only way that you should be putting oil inside of your vehicle. Make it more messier if you don't have a filter, but I've done it without filters. I've done it with paper filters. Really, you can use anything. Just depends how clean you are. And again, I'm not sponsored by them, but here is Max Life 5W30 is what I needed. So make sure you go to your local automotive, ask them for the right oil for you. If you're doing an oil change, you're most likely going to need 4 to 5 or to 6 quarts or more, especially if it's like a semi. You might have actual description that shows what oil you need, how much oil you need in it. I think I was looking in the wrong area when I was looking for that description, but your manual will also show you where you can find it or what type of oil you will need. So thank you guys. Make sure you subscribe, comment of any videos that you do want to see. There will be more repair videos. Again, Demigod is the channel, so make sure you subscribe. I will get new videos out. Right now we're modifying the van, a Plymouth, and we're gonna actually try to get it VTEC. So we're gonna do a lot of crazy things this summer coming up. Right now we're going on to this July of 2017. Thank you for watching. Demigod, make sure you subscribe. Bye guys.
I've been living for this time that I grinded on.